What's up, guys? Mike Posca here. Uh, just topped London Regionals. I came 15th place, went X2 with True Draco Invoked. Gave up on the Crystal Wing for this format. Not sure if it's the right call yet. Everyone's playing Spirals, and I figured I might just go with something consistent that can play a lot of hand traps that'll beat it. I won one of my Spiral matchups. I didn't do so hot in the other one. He opened Soul Charge both games. But yeah, so here's the deck profile, and hope you guys enjoy it. So for the True Draco stuff, we're playing 2 Masterpiece. I'm also playing 2 Majesty Maiden and the 1 Ignis. For the Invoked, I'm playing triple Alistair. You need to play him at 3. He's just so good when you see him. I'm playing 1 Blue Boy, playing a small spellbook engine in here. And then to round off the monsters, we are playing Hand Trap City. That's pretty much what the whole format is. So 3 Ash Blossom, playing 2 Ghost Ogre, and 2 Drollmocks. I was originally going to play 3 of one of them and just side the others, but I thought that running 2 of each would just help with the diversity. There's a lot of combo cards, a lot of draw power in this deck, so I wanted to play as little hand traps as I can, even though I knew that there was going to be a lot of hand traps that people were playing. And to round it off, of course, the mandatory Mexi. Going into the spells, we're just playing 2 Invocation. I don't think I've needed more of this card. I mean, I did banish, with Desires a couple times I banished both Invocations and all the Alistairs. But I mean, it's such a low likelihood of that happening. It only happened once throughout the whole 7 rounds of the regional. So yeah, 2 Invocation for now. I play 2 of the best card, Pot of Desires, just like extended, baited Ash when I needed it to stop stuff, or when I needed other plays to go through. Only played at 2 because because this deck draws so much. I was reduced to like under 10 cards in my main deck, and it got very scary that I was going to deck out. So just playing 2 now, and the ratio's fine. Triple Terraforming. Terraforming is just, always been good. I'm running only 4 field spells, but it's like it opens up both lines of play for you, whether you need an Alistair, whether you need a Diagram. Just standard run at 3. I'm not playing the set rotation. I didn't like it too much, and I kind of lose to my opponent having set rotation, so I didn't want to put more cards that just don't do anything against having a set field spell. I'm playing 3 Diagrams and the 1 Meltdown. That's all the field spells for now. I saw Alistair plenty. Like I didn't miss having like more than 1 Meltdown, and the majority of the time Meltdown resolved. I'm running 2 Spellbook of Secrets. You're playing Alistair, so you just want to have this card to search out your knowledge. 2 knowledge. 2's fine. You don't need to. The ratios are really, really good in this deck. Very consistent. I am playing also 3 Heritage. This is just the one you search all the time. Extra Tribute Summons, really good. I'm playing 2 Disciples. The reason I'm playing 2 is because you always want the second one to shuffle back one of them and just have a consistent and always be able to cycle through your True Draco stuff. I've banished this a couple times off Desires as well, and it was like, alright, well now I'm on a clock before my opponent decks me out. To round off the spells, I'm playing 2 Twin Twisters. Probably one of the smartest decisions I made with the deck building. It wasn't relevant the majority of the time that I got set rotation, because I just had really nuts boards anyways. But Twin Twister is one of the most efficient outs to set rotation, because you usually Twin Twister right at the start of your turn, and you get rid of Spiral Utility Wire and your set field spell, or both of the field spells on the and whatnot. And sometimes sometimes when you draw into like kind of crappy hands, like Alistair and Invocation, it works because you can pitch the Alistair, then fuse, return your Alistair back, normal summon, search the Invocation again, and then fuse once more if your monster gets cleared. It's a very heavy hand trap format, so you don't really run many traps. So I'm running 4 traps in the deck, but they're like mandatory to run. It's the 4 True King traps, so like the 1 Return and 3 Apocalypse. And yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Let's take a look at the extra deck. So extra deck, I'm playing 1 Omega. It doesn't come up a lot, and it comes up like when you're in a leading position. But because you're playing Desires, and because I run lots of level 3 tuners, I figured might as well put it in there. I made it about twice, not for the shuffling, or not for the return to graveyard banish effect, but I like attacked for a bunch. I had like two additional tribute summons, so I had like Masterpiece and then Ignis, and I happened to have just a hand trap in my hand, so I just normal summon it, make the Psyframe Lord Omega, and my opponent had 1 card left in his hand, so after attacking in main phase 2, I just banished it, and he was reduced to 1 card, so it's good for like trying to like get rid of. It's just a good card to have, I think. Like if you draw multiples of the same hand trap, just normal summon 1 and make Omega, and you're just always interrupting their plays. For the Invoked stuff, I'm playing 1 Water, 1 Earth, and 1 Elysium. Elysium's a really neat card right now, especially with all the Link monsters. If you're able to make this card, it's kind of like a blowout for your opponent. Banishing all the links is really good. Of course, Firewall is really good as well, but if you have the field spell, you can activate the effect without any of the other monsters being able to do anything, so it's quite nice. Let's see, I play 2 of the Fires. This is just good for game swings. 2 Ragens. I've always really liked this card, and I mainly use like Castel to get into the win target, and banishing drones is really good too, especially if you like stop their initial play, their drone goes to the grave, you just banish it so they don't get to recycle or anything like that. 3 of the best card right now, as far as fusion goes, is Makava, so you play 3 of them. Pretty much outs Firewall, outs Sleeper. There's no reason why you should play less than that. Oh, I forgot one of the 1-0s. I do play the Dark, Kaliga. Again, it's a very hand trap oriented format. So like your opponent only being able to activate 1 monster effect that you can potentially negate as well, is really strong. It shuts down spirals a lot because like if you have this on field, they have to out it immediately. So they'd have to Super Agent, try to run over it. And if they activate the effect of Super Agent to try and run over it, you could just pump its defense, and it just lives, and now your opponent's turn's ended. And I'm playing 3 Xyz, I'm playing the 1 Castel. Essentially, the play is like, make Kaliga, return Alistair, normal Alistair, search Invocation again, then make them into a rank 4, detach, send something back, and now this isn't locking your effects anymore from going off. So you can banish Castel and make Ragen, or you can actually activate Invocation, banish Kaliga from the grave and Castel, and make Elysium. So that's pretty sick. Little nifty combo there. Because you run lots of 5s in the deck, and Ragen is like pretty easy to make. I run Zenmayo. He's like one of the best 5s. He's actually not too relevant in the Spiral matchup because they only play 2 traps, but it's still a really good card in every other matchup. And I'm playing 1 number 61 Volcasaurus. and this is just for like end game shenanigans. Like, okay, I'm gonna burn you to death, and then that's it. I was really, really wrong about a lot of side deck cards. I've actually taken some of them out. But the ones that I will show you are the ones you probably shouldn't play. So 3 summon limit. I never saw this. I wanted to test it, but I never saw it, so I don't really know how it works out. I am playing 1 evenly matched because I just wanted go second cards. I'm playing 1 Dark Hole, 1 Regeki, just like, again, go second cards. I'm playing 2 Cosmic Cyclone, and I'm also playing triple Solemn Strike. I wanted better go first cards. I still haven't found the right time to activate Strike against the Spiral matchup. I'm quite confident that it's on the Helix. The problem being is, like, if you open this and no other bluffs, Super Agent could just pop it, which then forces you to activate it. So I'm trying to figure out a better way to, like, have turn 1 plays, and then Skill Drain. The one time I actually set Skill Drain, I already had Masterpiece on the field, immune to Trap Monster, and the opponent just, like, Twin Twistered anyways, so it wasn't really, didn't actually come up in any matches, but I think Skill Drain's, like, a really, really good card right now. And then the last 3 remaining cards from my extra deck were just Kaijus, and, like, they're more brick than they're worth, I think. But yeah, so that's the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys do well with your True Draco Invoked decks.
Yeah. All right. Remember to rate, comment, and SCRUB-Scribe. Peace, guys.